Did you know if you grab a strawberry, cut a few slices and leave them out to dry. Once they're dry, they'll look like this. Have the plate ready and then grab each one, rub on it, and watch the seeds fall onto the plate. Boom, look at that. That's like 23 tiny little seeds. Sprinkle them outside in your garden. Water it, and pretty soon you'll see little baby strawberry seedlings appear. Check back in a couple of months and you'll see... Oh, look at all these strawberries. The best part is that they grow back every year. So save your money and grow your own strawberries. When you're done making coffee, don't throw out the coffee grounds. Instead, dump it into a bowl, add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1 cup of club soda. Right now, what you have here is a super powerful mixture with potassium, phosphorus, nitrogen, and other minerals. Pretty much what that means is that it's a natural fertilizer for plants. So once every 2 weeks, apply this directly to the soil of your plants and watch your plants love you. So don't buy those chemical fertilizers at the store. Just make your own right at home. Grab an empty water bottle and make 2 small holes across from each other like this. Then grab some sticks, skewers, chopsticks, 4 even pieces. Roll out some duct tape on a table and place your sticks about 1 inch apart like this. Cut it at the end. Once you've got something like this, grab it and tape it onto the bottle. Boom! This is what you want it to look like. The next thing you want to do is grab a cotton swab and stick it through one of the holes. And that's it. Grab it and stick it into one of your plants. Fill it up with water, and what happens is that the bottle is going to slowly water your plant automatically, drip by drip for hours. Boom! A homemade drip system. Gotta love physics. Look at that. That's crazy. This thing will be dripping for days, keeping my plant alive while I'm not home. If you tend to forget to water your plants, this is perfect for you. Make as many as you want in different sizes, add them to your plants, and keep them alive. Try making your own. Did you know if you grab a blueberry and smush it like this, then grab a pot with soil and plant the smushed blueberry right in the middle. Then sprinkle some fresh soil on top, cover it with a plastic bottle or a Ziploc bag. Make it nice and humid in there, and that's it. Place this by a sunny window. Pretty soon, you'll have a little blueberry seedling. Keep taking care of it. When it becomes about 6 inches long like this, transplant it into a bigger pot or outside in your garden and grow your own blueberries. It's better than growing your own natural, homegrown, pesticide-free blueberries. Did you know if you grab a plant and a sharp knife, gently scrape the surface on one of the stems, like this, then grab some honey and smudge a little bit around the wound you just created. Then pack some soil around it and wrap it up with some plastic wrap. Boom, after you have something that looks like this, place it on a windowsill. After a couple of days, check up on it and you'll see something magical. Check it out. Boom, look at that. Roots. What's going on right now is that we just tricked the plant to form roots by the stem, which means I can now chop off the stem. This one will continue growing, while this one I can plant into a pot or plant it outside in your garden and it'll grow into a new plant. This is called air layering, and you can clone any of your favorite plants this way. When you're done with plastic bottles, don't throw them out. Here's what you do with them. Cut the bottom off and use it as a mini greenhouse for your plants. And if you need to vent it out, just take the cap off and boom. You can also poke some holes in the cap and then use it as a watering can. Poke 2 holes across from each other, roll out a piece of tape on a counter, wrap 4 sticks and put them on the tape like this. Then tape it to the bottle. Grab a cotton swab and stick it through one of the holes. Fill it with water and boom, a self-watering system for your plants. Keep slugs and snails away from your plants. Cut the bottle in half, fill the bottom part with a little bit of beer, take the cap off the top part and insert it upside down. lay it down flat next to your plants. You can also cut the bottom off, then make some flaps like this. Then put a stick under. The wind will make the bottle spin around, creating a vibration in the ground, scaring away squirrels, raccoons, and other animals. Use the bottom parts you cut off for your seedlings. If the soil of your plants are infested with gnats, fungus gnats, these annoying little flies that live in the soil, they leave eggs, so they multiply and multiply until they take over the whole plant. The fastest way to get rid of them is mixing 1/4 cup of 3% peroxide with 1 cup of water. And that's it. Apply it directly on the soil of your plants. That'll kill them on contact and you'll never have to deal with them again. Did you know if you grab a cherry tomato from the store, cut it in half and throw it in a pot with soil? Cover it up a bit. Then grab a plastic bottle and cut off the bottom. Boom. Place it over the pot. This will make it nice and humid inside of this bottle. Leave it by a sunny window and in just 3 days, check this out. You'll have little baby tomato seedlings growing. Keep the soil moist, and once the seedlings become 6 to 8 inches long and have about 3 sets of leaves, plant them in a bigger pot or outside in your garden. Grow some tomatoes. But don't just plant them straight down into the ground. Let me show you what to do. Plant the tomatoes sideways into the ground or into a pot and cover the bottom of the stem. See these little hairs on it? They'll turn to roots, making this plant super strong. After that, you want to tilt the plant a little bit upwards. You can use a stick to support it. And that's it. Stop buying and wasting your money on things that you can grow yourself right at home. It's super easy. Have fun. Stovetop. So sprinkle some baking soda, add some fresh lemon juice and watch it sizzle. Scrub and wipe it clean. Shower glass doors. Fill up a spray bottle with vinegar. Spray the glass, let it sit for 10 minutes. Throw on some baking soda. Put some salt on a half a lemon like this. Scrub the glass and then wipe it off. Crystal clear. Unshrink clothes. Hot water in a bucket. Add about a half a cup of the conditioner you use for your hair. Mix it up, let your clothes soak in there for 30 minutes. Take it out, remove the excess water. Let it dry. Boom, I can fit it. Water rings. Just put a damp cloth over them and then iron them out. Check this out. Boom, gone. Streak-free mirrors. Just dip a tea bag in some water and then use it to clean your mirrors. Check this out. Crystal clear. Wrinkly shirt. Throw it in a dryer. 1 ice cube for 1 minute. Wrinkles gone. If you put a few drops of nail polish remover on a cotton pad, you can bring out the whites in your shoes. When you're done sweeping the floors, spray the pile with some water, wipe with a paper towel. Nothing gets left behind. Did you know if you grab a mango from the store, cut all the fruit off until you're left with the husk? Then snip one end of it with a knife. Then use a sharp knife to create a little slit in the middle. Grab a butter knife and carefully pry it open. Inside of it, you'll find a baby mango seed. Soak the seed in a bowl of water for 1 hour. Then grab a pot with soil, grab the seed and plant it the side where it curves. Leave the top exposed, water it, cover it with a bottle or a bag for humidity. Pretty soon it'll start to sprout. When it grows to at least 6 inches long, plant it in a bigger pot and grow a mango tree. If you put grapes in a plastic bag and shake it, they're ready to eat. Amazing. You got one of these paper towel holders, place the roll in the short one, then just slide it in your cabinet like this. Boom. It's not going anywhere. When you cook with a lid, don't take it off and place it on the stove and get it all wet. Just take it off and place it on the side of the pot. Keep tubs of ice cream in a plastic bag. The ice cream will be nice and soft and not rock hard. When you're done eating chicken, don't throw out the bones. Instead, what you want to do is boil them in a pot. This will loosen any excess meat and soften the bone. No, we're not making soup. After boiling, strain the bones out. And no, I didn't waste the water. Run them over cold water and the meat should just come right off. Boom, clean bone. The next thing you want to do is put them on a pan and bake them in the oven for 20 minutes at 350 degrees. That's gonna sterilize the bones and get them ready for what's next. Take the bones out of the oven, add them in a blender or a grinder, and turn the bones into a fine powder. Right now we have here is a super awesome magical golden powder packed with phosphorus and calcium. Mix 1 teaspoon of it with some water and then feed your plants some bone meal. Bone meal is one of the best fertilizers for plants. It makes them grow faster, grow stronger, healthier, and it helps plants bloom. You can also sprinkle it directly on some of your plants and the nutrients will be released slowly. Think about how many animal bones we throw out every day. Pork, beef, chicken, fish, you can turn all of it into bone meal. Plus, it's really good for dogs. They sell this stuff in stores, so save your money and make your own right at home. You won't believe what you can do with these 2 simple ingredients. Add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon in a cup. Add 1 cup of milk. And 1 cup of water. Give it a good mix. Grab a spray bottle and pour the mixture into the bottle, but use a strainer so you don't get all the clumps of cinnamon. I always make a mess when I film my videos. Hey Bella, can you clean that up? Right now we have here is a super awesome mixture that's gonna help cure plant diseases like powdery mildew and black spots on leaves. Go outside in your garden and start spraying the leaves of your plants. The proteins in milk have a powerful antiseptic effect when they interact with the sun. Plus, it's a good source of calcium for plants. They'll absorb it through the leaves. And cinnamon is just magic for plants. It heals wounds and prevents future diseases. Milk also gets rid of aphids and cinnamon gets rid of ants. So don't buy those chemical-infused fungicides. Just make your own natural one at home. If you got bananas that are way too ripe, don't throw them out. Instead, chop them up. Then put them in a blender cup, add 2 eggshells, and a tiny bit of water. Blend it. Empty it out into a bowl. What you have now is a natural fertilizer from things that you normally would have thrown out. This is perfect when you're transplanting your plants or your seedlings. Dig a little hole in the soil, add a little bit of the mixture in it, and then plant your seedling. This will give your plants the boost they need to flourish. Did you know if you grab a banana peel and chop it up and then soak it in some water for at least an hour, what's gonna happen is that the water's gonna change color. This is the potassium, phosphorus, calcium, magnesium being released into the water. Pretty much what that means is that it's gold for plants. Water your plants with this nutrient-rich water and I guarantee you'll see a huge difference in the growth of your plants. So don't throw out banana peels and all the benefits, make your own fertilizer. If you want to give a plant a second chance, here's what you do. The first thing you want to do is gently remove it from its old home. Then use your fingers to gently loosen up the soil. Shake off as much as you can to reveal the roots. The next thing you want to do is add some fresh soil to the mix. Then add 2 tablespoons of oats and 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt. Mix it up, grab a pot and put in half the mixture. Then place your plant in its new home and fill it up with the rest of the soil mixture. The oatmeal boosts the quality of the soil and the Epsom salt provides magnesium and prevents transplant shock. So if your plants are dying or you just want to get them to thrive again, definitely give this a go. When you buy a dragon fruit at the store and cut it open, don't just eat the seeds. Instead, rip off a little piece of toilet paper, slap the dragon fruit on it and turn it. The seeds are gonna stick to the paper. Fold it, grab a pot, put some soil in it. If you like eating nuts, don't throw out the shells, save them. Mix it in with the soil because they increase the soil quality and provide drainage. The next thing you want to do is place the toilet paper with the seeds right in the pot. Lightly sprinkle with soil, mist it with water, and cover it with a plastic or a Ziploc bag. Place it somewhere warm and well lit, and then boom, pretty soon you'll have these cute little dragon seedlings. So grow some dragon fruit, and if you have kids, this is a fun project to do with them. Did you know if you grab some rope and cut off a piece, and then tape one end inside of a vase or a bowl, then poke a hole about 2 inches deep in one of your houseplants, place the other end of the rope inside the hole, then fill the vase with water, What's gonna happen is that the water's gonna travel from the vase through the row into the soil. If you're not gonna be home for a couple of days and you have nobody to water your plants, do this trick. When you're done eating a peach, don't throw out the pit. Instead, what you wanna do is crack it open. Inside of it, you'll find a seed of life. Soak the seed in a bowl of water for about 6 hours. The next thing you want to do is fill up a small container with some moist soil. Then place the seed on top and cover with more soil. Cover it with some wrap and place it in the fridge. The reason why you need to put it in the fridge is because some seeds need to go through a cold treatment in order to sprout. That's what happens in nature. Keep checking up on it and eventually you'll see that the seed has sprouted. Boom! Then grab a pot with soil and plant your peach seed. And pretty soon it'll become a seedling. When it's at least 6 inches long, plant it outside and grow a peach tree. Did you know you can grow pomegranates in a pot with a pomegranate from the store? When you cut into one, all these are actually seeds. The first thing you want to do is pick a few of them out. Use a paper towel to smush them and get all the fruit off. Soak the seeds in a bowl of water for about 6 hours. Then wet a paper towel, put the seeds on top, place it in a Ziploc bag, and place it somewhere warm and dark like in a cabinet above the oven. In just a few days, check this out. Boom, the seeds have sprouted. Then plant each one in a pot with soil, water it, and cover with a bottle for humidity. It'll continue growing and growing. When it's at least 6 inches long, transplant it into a bigger pot and grow some pomegranates. Did you know that cinnamon is like magic for plants? Just sprinkle a little bit on top of the soil. This is gonna encourage root growth. And because cinnamon has antifungal properties, it'll prevent mold and fungi from appearing on the soil. Fungi. I'm a fun kind of guy. Plus, you know those annoying little gnats on the soil? Well, guess what? It gets rid of them too. Cinnamon, magic for plants. When you're done making coffee, don't throw out the coffee grounds. Instead, dump it into a cup or a bowl. Add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then add some club soda. Right now, what you have here is a super powerful nutrient-rich mixture with potassium, phosphorus, nitrogen, and other minerals. Pretty much what all that means is that it's a natural fertilizer for plants. So once a week, apply this directly to the soil of your plants and watch them be happy. Don't buy those chemical fertilizers, just do this instead, it's magic. This is a Pachita aquatica, or money tree. If you have problems with these babies, here's what you do. The first thing you need to know is they don't need a lot of water. Just water them once every like 10 days. Or just stick a finger about 2 inches deep into the soil. If the soil sticks to your finger, don't water. The soil looks super dry. It doesn't mean you gotta dump a lot of water into it. Plants don't absorb water that fast. Look what happens. More than half of it just drains out. Here's a better way. Get a bowl of water, submerge the whole pot into the water and let it sit like that for about 10 minutes. This way the soil gets moist evenly. You gotta aerate the soil. Grab a few sticks and poke the soil. Trim off any dry, brown, or yellow leaves. If your money tree suddenly stops growing, it's because you gotta prune it to encourage new growth. Baby leaves sprouting. Money trees enjoy humidity, so get one of these $10 humidifiers and place it next to the money tree. It'll help it grow. Never place your money tree in direct sunlight. Never. Give your money tree some banana water. If none of these tips work for you, then it's probably time to repot. Watch my how to transplant video. Did you know if you grab a cherry, run it over cold water and smush it, get all the fruit off until you're left with the pit. Then grab some sharp cutters. Make a little cut on the outer shell because inside of it you'll find the seed. Soak the seed in a bowl of water for about 2 hours. This will rehydrate the seed. Then wet a paper towel, place the seed on top, sprinkle some cinnamon on it to prevent mold from building up. Fold it and wrap it in a piece of foil. Then store it in the fridge. After some time, check up on it and you'll see that the seed has sprouted. Plant the seed in a pot with soil, lightly water it, put a bottle over it to create a humid environment, and boom, pretty soon it'll grow into a seedling. And when it grows to at least 6 inches long, plant it outside or in a pot and grow some cherries. next time you're at the beach, grab some seaweed. Seaweed contains 10 times more minerals than any plant on land. When you get home, blend the seaweed to break it down. This is what we want it to look like. I did an experiment. 2 lemon seedlings, same size, same soil, except one of them had magic seaweed mixed in with the soil. Boom! Check this out. The one with the seaweed grew a lot faster and more leafy. Seaweed enriches the soil. It's packed with nutrients and minerals and contains natural growth hormones. It keeps bugs and cats away. And the best part, it's free. If you accidentally snap one of the stems of your plants, here's how you fix it. Get the area wet with some water. Grab a Q-tip and dip it in some cinnamon. And apply the cinnamon where the stem broke. Then grab a piece of string and wrap the Q-tip around the stem until it's straight. The Q-tip will help support the stem and the cinnamon will help prevent bacteria from setting in and help it seal. When you cut into an avocado, don't throw out the pit. Instead, what you want to do is take it out, but with a spoon, not a knife, so you don't damage the seed. Then soak it in water for 1 hour. Take it out and peel off the skin. The flat part is the bottom and the pointy part is the top. This is when you grab 3 toothpicks and place them around the pit. But I figured out a new way using shower rod rings. The next thing you want to do is fill up a glass with water and place the seed so just the bottom touches the water. Change the water daily and only use filtered water. Over the next 4 weeks, you'll see a root growing from the bottom. Then the seed will crack open and you'll see a stem growing from the top. This is when most people make a mistake. They see a few sets of leaves and get tempted to transplant it into soil. So what you have to do is when it's 6 inches long, you gotta cut it back 3 inches. That's gonna encourage it to grow more. And when the new sets of leaves grow out, only then can you transplant it into soil. Keep cutting it back every 12 inches or else it's gonna stop growing. So if you haven't started an avocado plant yet, try it now and do it the right way. When you're done eating a plum, don't throw out the pit. Instead, crack it open. Inside of it, you'll find a seed. Soak it in a cup of water for 1 hour. Then grab a piece of paper towel, wet it, and squeeze out the excess water. Place it on the counter, grab the seed and put it on top, sprinkle some cinnamon on it, fold it over, place it in a Ziploc bag, and then put it in the fridge. Keep checking up on it, and pretty soon, it'll root. Then grab a pot with soil and plant the tail down. Pretty soon, it'll become a seedling. And when it's at least 6 inches long, plant it outside or in a bigger pot and grow a plum tree. Did you know if you grab a rose cutting that's at least 6 inches long and has at least 3 sets of leaves, then trim off the bottom sets of leaves and cut the tops off, cut the stem on a 45-degree angle and a slice in the middle of it, then grab some honey, dip the stem into honey, and plant it in some soil, it'll grow into a whole new rose bush. Honey acts as a natural rooting hormone, so don't buy those chemical rooting powders. Just do this instead. When you're done eating eggs, don't throw out the eggshells. Instead, what you want to do is turn them into a fine powder using a blender or a grinder. This is what we want it to look like. The next thing you want to do is add some white vinegar and let the chemical reaction begin. Eggshells are made out of 95% calcium. So what's happening right now is that the eggshells are absorbing the acid in the vinegar, which makes them break down. Pretty much what you're doing is you're extracting the calcium out of the eggshells until it becomes this foamy stuff, which you can then scoop out, put it in a glass of water, mix it up, and what you have right now is a super concentrated mixture with calcium, which you can then drink. Just kidding. Which you can then use to fertilize your plants. So apply this mixture directly on the soil of your plants and let the roots absorb the calcium. My avocado plant absolutely loved this. I'm pretty sure your plants will too.